Wow. What? What an interesting time. So, we got some news today, folks. It's kind of somewhat bad, but I'm not afraid of it. According to the Storm Prediction Center, which again is a very reliable source, right now, for tomorrow, I'm under a level 4 out of 5 threat. A pretty rare and uncommon threat. So it is the second most strongest threat we can have for severe weather. And it appears the severe weather is right on my doorstep. Now, there might be a couple people that might be scared for my position, but please note that I am really well prepared to combat this severe weather threat before me. Yeah, so long story short, chat, there's like a level 0 to a level 5 threat. We're at a level 4 threat, and it's about to get heavy. It is about to get heavy. So, where I live in my state, I could see winds exceeding like 70 to 90 miles an hour. That is some stupid shit right there, folks. Australia has like freaking crazy ass animals. In America, well, we traded the animals for some crazy ass weather. It's like America's like, okay, we don't have crazy ass spiders that want to kill you every day, or scorpions literally everywhere. But we do have severe weather. That is a trade. A severe weather outbreak like this should only be occurring roughly in the May areas, but it is March 13th as I speak. I will be awaiting this brand new severe weather threat, and will take appropriate action when I see fit. But just let you guys know, I am safe and I'm okay. I'm 100% okay. I will survive this. I've survived, you know, many of these events before. I'm not excited that people are going to get hurt, but I'm excited for this event to occur. I really cannot wait to see what weather will happen tomorrow. This is the effect of global warming. It is unfortunate, but this is it. So yeah, I think I kind of melted my dad today. I like my dad, but he is politically not that well educated. So, okay, so here's what I'll explain myself. So today I know this doesn't represent all of us, but like he's like, oh my god, Ukraine, they're laundering money they're laundering money out of us, and they're laundering money out of us, and they're fighting for land they don't even own. We need to stop helping those assholes. Well, I'm sorry. But you're not right. So, my friends, I want to introduce you to the 1994 Budapest Memorandum. Here's the agreement. So in 1991, specifically December 25th of 1991, the Soviet Union fragmented. What this means is that the Soviet Union broke into 15 separate independent, ready, look, listen to the I word I just said. I just said independent nations. So, apparently, after this happened, a man by the name of Boris Yeltsin actually tried to turn Russia into a democratic state. What that basically means is that, of course, they vote for the leaders, fair and square. So another thing that Boris voted on in the 1996 or 1984 Budapest Memorandum is that, well, when Ukraine actually gave So when Ukraine actually gave up their nuclear weapons, here's the agreement. 1. Ukraine forfeits every one of their nukes. 2. Russia respects the borders of Ukraine and does not invade them. And 3. Here's what people will not mention, is that if the Russian government fails to realize the borders of Ukraine, then the United States is obligated to defend them. Uh-oh! So here's the thing. You can disagree if we need to send stuff to Ukraine, but here's the problem. Here's what all these... I'm sorry if I get political, buddy. By the way, I'm pro-Ukraine, so if it sounds weird, I am pro-Ukraine. So all these... I'm sorry if I have to say this, all these Trumpies, right? Like, oh, we're sending money to Ukraine. Well, again, Budapest Memorandum. As an agreement for, basically, because Ukraine gave up all their nukes, they don't have as well as a defense. So to aid with that, the United States would defend them. Now, in the Budapest Memorandum, it actually also said that we don't have to do military. We can at least provide them with military surveillance or non-military support. However, currently, of course, I don't think I have to say this, but it is 100% confirmed that Russia has violated the Budapest Memorandum and has disrespected Ukraine's borders. So therefore, the United States has a legal obligation to the Budapest Memorandum to defend Ukraine. So these people are saying, oh, we're saving money? Well, guess what, buddy? Don't blame Biden. Who was president? What U.S. president signed the Budapest Memorandum? Was it Bush? Clinton. So blame President Clinton, people. So if you're so pissed off and tired of us sending money to Ukraine, which in my opinion we should, blame Clinton. Here's why I think we should do that, right? Why should I think we should support Ukraine? Because Ukraine, just like the United States, is democratic. They elect their leaders. We should stand for that, right? And then here's the thing. Ukraine sees that and they're like, oh, these guys are our buddies. Let's, help them back. And then we develop a bond. And then we can, develop trade and agreements. Because here's the thing. United we stand, divided we fall. And here's the thing, right? Let's say we do send our tanks over there, which I've heard is disposing of these tanks is expensive. A great thing about this is that now we have less tanks. What's so good about that, you may ask? Is that you know, this actually helps, this helps America get into factories, because now we have to build tanks, and it actually, gives Americans jobs. And plus, we could send Ukraine our old equipment. Our old equipment is much more superior than Russian tech. And I don't say that because I just don't like Russia. Like, I like Russian civilians, just not their government. But I will say, upon reviewing it, Russian military tech is abysmal. Their tanks are shit. I've heard reports of them breaking only a month after operation. I'm not saying this as a Westerner, I'm just saying this as general, but United States technology in tanks is way better than Russia's. Russia has old, outdated tanks, and they don't advance. They do not advance. So they're stuck with old, outdated Cold War era tech. And these people are saying, oh, we're sending $300 billion to Ukraine. The United States government said we have sent $63 billion. It's still a lot of money. But you know what? Here's the thing. We signed up for that. And on the part he's like, oh, land we didn't own. Sir Boris, what's it, his name? Boris Yeltsin was a Russian leader in 1994. And you know what makes him cool? He recognized Ukraine as a independent nation. So he actually didn't mind. Here's the thing. Land that you're not supposed to own. What? Was it from the Soviet Union? Hey buddy, it's been almost 34 years ever since the Soviet Union fragmented. The Soviet Union is gone. It is dead. There is nothing left of it. The Soviet Union is gone. So, I'm sorry, but I just don't agree with these people saying we shouldn't send money to Ukraine. Right? Another thing he said is that, oh, whatever, Trump said we get tariffed 250% on dairy products, so it's fair. Okay, so, yes and no. Let me explain. I've done some research. Now, here's what I recommend people do. Every time you hear some politician say something, research it. Get multiple sources and make sure they're factual. Here's what I did research, right? I did research and I found this. So what he's mentioning is the USDA agreement of 2018. And this states that, they said, oh, Canada tariffs us 200% on dairy. Yes. No. Mostly, no. So what it's actually called is a tariff rate quota. Here's how it works. I've done research on it. So Canada currently says that, hey, if you import more than 50,000 metric tons of milk, then we will tariff you 200%. Now, upon reading this sounds really bad. I thought it was bad too. However, here's why they do this. Because they put the QR, or the, what's it called? The TRQ, the tariff rate quota, on the goods. Because, and I mean because, if they didn't, what would happen is that U.S. imported milk would drive dairy farmers in Canada bankrupt. So for us Americans, let's say our manufacturers, right? We can produce wood in our country. Let's say we produce 2x4s, right? We have a factory producing 2x4s in America, or a company doing it. And they sell their 2x4s by $4. $4 per 2x4. And by the way, when I talk about 2x4s, we're going to be talking about 8-foots, right? So we sell our 2x4 by 8s for about $4, right? Now let's say Mexico starts selling their 2x4s to the United States for $2 a piece. You start seeing what's going to happen. Let's say even like $3.50 a piece. They sell it for cheaper. Now, here's an issue here. Is that, I think we should have free trade, right? But here's what would happen. The Mexican, by the way, when I say Mexicans, I'm not like trying to sound like weird. I'm just actually saying, Mexicans as in the economy. So let's say, right? So let's say Mexico sells their 2x4s by $3.50 a piece or $3 a piece, as opposed to Americans $4 a piece. So all of a sudden, people are going to start buying the Mexican lumber because it's cheaper. That's how people operate. Is that if we can get it for cheap, we're going to do it. That's just human mentality. Now, do you see? Now, when people would start, or if people were to start buying all that $3.50 per piece Mexican lumber, it would drive. That is a heavy competition against us, right? It hurts us if we were selling it for $4 a board. So here's what we would do, right? We would say, okay, we will let you say, about in a year, we'll let you import, let's just say 100,000 crates of 2x4s, right? I'm making shit up here, right? I'm making numbers up, but I'm just trying to explain how it works, right? So we say to Mexico, hey, you can import 10,000 crates. However, if you do more than 10,000 crates, everything after that is going to receive a tariff. That is not there to shit on Mexico. That is there to protect the American economy. Just like how Canada has imposed a 50,000 metric ton a year limit after 2015, up 1% after 2015, and that 1% gain ends after 13 years. So they add 1% onto that per year, and it'll stop after 13 years. So right now, like give or take, roughly 51,000 metric tons of raw fluid milk can be imported without being tariffed. Now, here's the thing: the United States dairy farm, what is it, IFDA? I don't know what it's called, right? Not USDA, but it's this dairy corporation. They don't let the amount of dairy we export to Canada exceed 50,000 metric tons. So therefore, Canada does not tariff us. So when Donald Trump comes out here and starts saying, oh, they're tariffing us, they're not, because we have not exceeded the tariff quota for milk. We have not done it because we'd lose money. So you see what I'm saying? And plus, I have repeatedly said, and you can agree, Donald Trump is extremely unreliable for information. He is shown to lie every damn day. For example, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You can even tell when he says windmills. They're wind turbines, not windmills. There's a difference. So yeah. So Canada is not tariffing us unless we give too much of them. Because again, if we ship so much milk over to Canada, then we'll drive Canadian dairy farmers bankrupt. Now, again, let me ask you this, right? Again, let's say, we in the United States, we sell milk for roughly, let's give or take, let's say $4.50 a gallon. What if Canada starts selling milk over to the United States? Okay, forget tariffs, right? No tariffs on anything, right? What if Canada starts selling milk for $3 a gallon? That would drive all the American, or a lot of American dairy farmers to bankruptcy, or it would harm them. So, the fair thing is, right, we don't want to block them, right, because it's not fair. That's not free trade. So, the United States, what we should do, right, if that were to ever happen, is say, hey, you can give us milk, you can import milk, but we're only going to let you import 50,000 metric tons. Like, if you can get 50,000 metric tons of milk in here, but anything after that will be tariffed. That's fair, in my opinion, because it lets free trade happen, but it keeps farmers safe. So yeah, that is totally fair. Agree to disagree, in my opinion, that is fair. Again, like imagine you're a kid, right? And you're running a lemonade stand. You selling lemonades for like $1 a cup, and then somebody next to you, somebody opens up another stand and they start selling lemonade for like 50 cents a cup, right? How would you feel, right? The same quality, same lemonade, just half the price. You would get hurt, financially hurt because of that, because they're competing. That's what America or Canada was experiencing from the United States. Is that they were just getting way too much milk, and it was driving them bankrupt, or it was reducing the profits of all their dairy farmers. So I think that's fair. I almost would say that, I may not be an economist, but I'd actually almost go to say that deal with the tariff quota, I don't think tariffs are good, but I think that's fair, right? It's a middle ground. It allows free trade, but it also allows the Canadian economy to flourish. Now, here's the thing. Honestly, if we were to quote-unquote exceed this quota, guess what? We could always just sell our milk to Mexico, or about third world countries, or any of these countries that need milk. There's over 150 recognized sovereign nations in the world. I don't think we're going to run out of people to sell milk to. So, yes, at the end of the day, there was somewhat of a tariff, but because we did not exceed the quota, we did not get tariffed. So yeah, people are like, oh my god, they're ripping us off. How the hell are we... Okay, right, I'm sick and tired of these dumbasses. I don't care, I'll call them dumbasses. Okay, how are they ripping us off? Please, be my guest. Be my guest. You tell me how they are ripping us off, and maybe I'll listen. Guess what, buddy? Remember 9/11, right? After the 9/11 event, we had this thing called the War on Terror. That was our war. Nobody else had to fight. You want to know who came and helped fight that war? Canada. Canada had no business in this war. They didn't have to fight. They did. They helped us. And not only that, Canada has fought with the United States in World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the War on Terror. We have fought fascists together. We fought Nazis together. We have fought socialists together. We have fought terrorists together. It makes me sick when I see these people in the United States saying Canada screwed us over. Okay, Canada had no business in the War on Terror, but they helped. Because Canadians are nice. But here's the thing, what I've learned, Canadians are nice until you poke them. So yeah, it makes me sick every single time I see these people say that Canada's screwing us over. How? Or the people saying that, oh my god, Canada's letting fentanyl come over. Oh hell. Yeah, there's a little bit of fentanyl coming over the Canadian border, but Canada has actually done a very good job at stopping the fentanyl from coming over. Not that much. Only, what? Of the fentanyl coming into the country, only less than 1% of it comes from Canada. They're doing a very good job at seizing fent. Fentanyl is, I've heard that fentanyl is so dangerous that basically the tip of a pencil could kill you. Like, what's wrong, Church Cat? Are you okay? He fought well and died well, man. Hold on, hold on. They'll fight well, man. That's one thing about Ark, man. Ark is mean. It don't care who you are or what you are. It will bully you into oblivion. But here's the thing. I can tell you how to tame a T-Rex. Here's what I recommend. Ditch the Dilophosaur. Go in on a solo mission. Craft a separate raft. Get separate supplies. Go through the jungle and find a T-Rex spawn. Build a 2x2 stone foundation, and then build a 6 or a 3 block high door frames, and then build a ramp into it, and then lead a T-Rex into it, and it'll get stuck, and then pelt its ass with arrows, and you can get your T-Rex. It's so easy. If you get a T-Rex, you will dominate damn near everything on the map, except for an alpha T-Rex. So again, I will get back on the topic. A big message to my Canadian viewers. Fight on. Yeah, never engage those stupid ass jellyfish. Are you Canadian, Church Cat? Like, are you Canadian? But, those jellyfish are very difficult to deal with. You need to shoot them with arrows. Melee attacks are not advised. Yeah, I feel so bad. Filipino. Not bad country. Still better than anything going on over here. Yeah, right now, I don't care how many people I make offended, but we are under, like, one of the worst, most corrupt administrations in United States history. And if anybody disagrees, you can cry about it. Listen, buddy. Break out of your little echo chamber Because where you spill lies, I spill facts. Right? Yeah, so you're Filipino. So let me introduce you to this group basically called MAGA. Oh my god, I voice cracked. What is it? MAGA, or Make America Great Again, is a group of people in the United States. Now, you would think, okay, you know, maybe. You would say, okay, it sounds like a good idea. You want to make America great. Well, these guys are the most bigoted, racist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic pieces of shit ever. Like, again, you're Filipino, they would not like you. Because you're Filipino. You're an alien to them. They will not like you. They are the biggest crybabies. They are the biggest losers on earth. Some of them, why do they hate you? Because they are hollow-minded. They think, oh my god, aliens are coming over, they're stealing our jobs. By the way, buddy, so, hey MAGA, so underneath the W-2, which is the United States form you fill to employ yourself, you have to state yourself if you're a legal resident of the United States of America. If you answer no, you may not be employed. So guess what, buddy? How are these people seizing the jobs when you can't? You cannot get a job as an illegal unless a corporation is hiring them illegally. Yeah, MAGA has a very negative view on immigrants and aliens, no matter if they're legal or not. Most of them don't mind legal aliens, but there's a definite group of them that are complete shits. They also basically, they will take anything Trump says seriously. They will not fact check it. They will not correct it. They just eat that shit up. And they're completely hollow-minded. They have no comprehension of basic logic, science, or reasoning. They are extremely dumb. I wouldn't mind actually calling them Nazis. They're essentially just American Nazis, but nerfed. They're not as bad as the original Nazis were. Also, they're really big snowflakes too. Like they will basically cry to people. They'll basically bully people. Let's say you were called like a racial KV6. I don't know what that was. But let's say you were called a racial slur. If you said, "Oh, I don't like being called that," you'd be called a snowflake. But then when they see two men kiss in a TV show, they cry. I mean, they whine on Twitter. It's funny. It is so funny. They're actual snowflakes too. They're easy to piss off, which is why I love pissing them off. Like if oh yeah, I've heard of a KV6, like a KV1, KV2. It's like really boxy. But anyway, if I'm in like Call of Duty and somebody has the name MAGA, I will purposely target them, I'll teabag them, I'll rub it in. Like, I remember I was playing a game, and the best person, like, there's these three people with a clan named MAGA, and the best guy had a KDR only better than me by like 0.01 points, like exactly that. All the other ones had like a KDR of at least 0.5 below me. And I'm like, oh, what's the matter? You lost once, you lost again. You mad, you mad, you mad, you mad. I just love it. I wish they would talk. I call them maggots, right? Get it? Maggot, but a maggots. Oh man, I love trolling them people so much. They're the biggest snowflakes on earth, man. It doesn't take that much to piss them off. Oh my god. KV? Are you talking about KVs? Like roll tanks? I'm not kidding you. They are so dumb that they were going over a like budget and they found something called quote transgender mice. I'm like they're like, oh, okay. First of all, it's transgenic mice, not transgender mice. What the hell is a transgenic mice? Are they stupid of punching? Yeah, they're dumb. They're really dumb. They thought that we were sending $8 million for transgender mice when it was transgenic. Now here's what that means. Transgenic is when we put our human genes into a mouse. That was a bad voice crack. I need to go die. Now, why did we do this? We make transgenic mice that way they react more like people. We can experiment on them and we can get better results. It's better than experimenting on a person. That's what a transgenic mouse is. Like, let's sit down, right? Like, they're like, okay, why would we do that? What is the motive? There's none. There isn't a motive. And they know that. They know that and they fail. Yeah, that's a real dinosaur. I won't censor that because it's not. Yeah, it's got a weird name, but it's a dinosaur. I'm not gonna say it though, but yeah, that's a real one. That's a real one. That's got 500 teeth. That's nice. What pet do you like? Like, what do you mean, like in real life? My favorite dog. I like dogs. I like dogs and cats and guinea pigs. I like all the pets, but I really like dogs. My favorite breeds are like in real life are German Shepherds, Great Danes, and Pit Bulls. Good luck finding those, because, yeah, humans suck. We drove those bad boys extinct. It's called evolution. The dodos, they probably died out because they couldn't fly away. They're defenseless. And so, therefore, evolution is not nice. So, because they couldn't fly away, and because humans are such a bitch that we have to kill everything that moves, the dodo has gone extinct. It's one of the few species, actually, I would say one of the few species in our time that's gone extinct. But sadly, the sad fact of the matter is, species go extinct every day. They're prey animals. Yeah. So apologies for not streaming for a while. I've been taking breaks. I'm on my spring break. I was hanging out. Oh, guys, so today, one thing I did today is I changed out my windsock. My windsock looks like the economy right now, people. Want to see what a couple of severe storms have done to my windsock? Okay. Okay. So this is the color of my windsock. It's brand new. And this is what happened to the other one. Yeah, it looks like the economy right now. It's completely ripped to shit. But it's a good thing that I got 4 more of them. Or I got 3 more of them with a brand new one on my pole. Yeah, do I even want to do this? See, look, it's one of these things. I swear, chat, you've seen these things before, right? Maybe I shouldn't unwrap them, but still. It's a windsock. We meteorologists use this bad boy to determine how fast the wind's going. Now there's just a windsock. I don't know, I just want to have that windsock sitting there. By the way, guys, I have a video I'm going to be filming. I'm going to try to film a video on March 18th about the tri-state tornado. If you don't know, the tri-state tornado, it's the deadliest tornado in American history. On March 18th, or in 5 days, it will be the 100th anniversary of it. Dude, tomorrow is going to be a wild day for America. We're about to get blasted by storms, and there's going to be a lunar eclipse. Damn. Hold on. Yeah, we're about to experience a lunar eclipse. By the way, so we got, you know, we got light green for level 0, green for level 1, yellow for level 2, orange for level 3, red for level 4, and purple for level 5. Now, with that saying, you know, red for level 4. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm roughly right over here, right? I'm over here. Right there. I'm like roughly right over there. Okay, ready, chat? You ready to hear what I'm about to suffer through tomorrow? Okay, let's pull up the SPC. Let's read out. I'm sorry, chat, if I'm reading. I just like to do this. Hold on. And then look at this. Day 1. Look what happens day 2. Bam! Another red spot! I might be reading this, but yeah, give me a second. Let's see. Primarily changes outlook. Let's see. A regional outbreak of severe storms is likely over the lower to Midwest Missouri, Mississippi valleys, and lower Ohio. Valley, late afternoon, and a Saturday morning. Tornadoes, several of which could be strong. Widespread damaging winds from 70 to 90 mile an hour. And scattered hail up to baseball size. So you said you're Filipino, so I'm not insulting your intelligence, but I'll translate that. So 70 mile an hour to, let's see, kilometers, right? So in your country, that'd be 112 to 144 kilometer an hour winds. Just to put that in perspective, right? Triple-digit kilometer winds are possible tomorrow. Where I live. By the way, let's see, right? Click at the wind. I got 45% chance on getting it. Woo! That is, that's nuts. But don't worry, you don't have to fear for me, buddy. I'm a Midwestern. We experience this all the time. But nonetheless, as a meteorologist, or not meteorologist, but meteorological enthusiast, I will take this threat very seriously. And I will plan accordingly. And actually, I'm in my basement right now. So I'm in a very safe spot. Who came for round 2? So we are going to get absolutely shit blasted tomorrow, most likely. I'm a little bit concerned we might be getting a derecho. You might be wondering, what the hell is a derecho? Derecho, Spanish for straight, or I think it can be for straight. It is a linear storm mode, or a bow echo, which is a giant curve on the radar of just strong storms. A derecho is an extremely powerful storm. It'll hit my state there'll be at least one derecho a year. Derechos will bring some strong tornadoes, very strong winds, and torrential downpour and hail. Unfortunately, a derecho was responsible for damaging my car, although I was able to get it repaired for a very, very small amount. I only got it repaired for about $150, which should have cost way more. But I'm grateful I got it repaired for a cheap price. Like, I'm saying again, like, imagine in your country 100 kilometer an hour winds just out of nowhere. Derechos can be very violent, extremely violent. My state of Illinois, is home of the tri-state tornado. It killed 695 people and injured 2,028. It happened in March 18th of 1925. Back then, it was illegal to actually mention the word tornado because they were afraid it would cause public panic. Today, that is obviously not the case, and we have widespread technology to help us predict tornado probability. So, my message, Nathan, hello, to everybody living in the Midwest, good luck. Good luck, guys. We're about to get blasted. What do you mean? What do you mean I don't get it? Is that a joke or something? Oh, what? Alt from what? Oh. Okay. So, what does this mean for my channel? No, we're not doing that. Anyway, what is gonna happen? Well, I will be safe. However, I don't know if I'll stream Minecraft, because if my power gets cut, then what happens is that I risk a corruption. I'm probably gonna get off soon because it's midnight and I have to go to work tomorrow. How work? What do you mean how work? I don't get what you're trying to say. I have a job. I'm 19 years old. I'm of legal working age in the United States. You guys don't expect me to sit in my mom's basement and do nothing now, don't you? These will be the AC units of the building. If anybody ever knows the company State Farm, my dad used to work in the basements of that place. I was able to go down into the basements of the State Farm corporate headquarters. Down there, it looks like an entire maze of concrete walls, steel pipes on the ceilings, and, well, orange buggies. It was so cool being down in the basement of State Farm, like the actual headquarters. Yeah, so you know how you guys, you get State Farm ads? Well, I live very close to the headquarters. I've actually I've been into their basement. Like, I've been into their boiler rooms, I've been into their chiller rooms, their huge kitchen. Like, they have giant pots that could probably hold at least 100 gallons of material. And their whisks are actually huge. Like, they're this big. Like, like a mixing thing? You have a mixer, and you have these things you put onto it. Their mixer things are like that big across. Not a meter across, but like a third of a meter across. Huge. Awesome. What do you mean, when is Ark live? What do you mean when it's Ark Live? I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna take a break. When it's Ark Survival Live, I don't know what you're saying. But I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, sir. I'll be back later. I'll see you guys, and yeah, have a nice one.